friends, it's the beginning of a new vlog. It's 2022, so it's the first vlog of 2022. It's January, obviously. It's the 6th of January, and I wanted to let you know that I want to start on my Harlequin books right now. I'm not fully reading that because I'm also working on finishing up Dance with the Devil. I can't read this backward. And I'm over halfway now. I've actually made quite decent progress the past couple of days. So I'm hoping that by the end of the weekend I might finish this, but I am body reading this with Shannon, and I just finished the chapter and waiting for her to read the next one as well. So I wanted to let you know what I'm reading for the Harlequin Historical line, and I have 3 books on that. I mentioned that in my TBR already, but if you're unfamiliar, I have The Flapper's Fake Fiance by Lauri Robinson, which I'm really looking forward to because Sarah has been praising this book so much, and I want to read it also because it's like a time period that I haven't read a lot from, but I do enjoy that time period. It's set in the 1920s, and that's going to be an interesting, and it sounds like to me that it's a fake marriage or fake relationship kind of thing, and I have discovered that I really like that trope, so I hope that I really would love it. I got cut off because I didn't have any more space left on my memory card, so I had to delete some stuff that I've already edited. Yeah, so looking forward to reading that because I think fake marriage tropes or fake relationship tropes is something that I work with. So that's the first one. The other one I have is Claim by the Highland Warrior, and I haven't read anything like that before actually. So that's going to be interesting as well, set in a different time period obviously. And finally we have The Truth About Ladybill Cook, which is a Regency, so it's the closest to one. And it's part of the De Bruyne series. I'm looking forward to all of them, and I'm starting with Claim by the Highland Warrior because that's the shortest one. So yeah, just wanted to let you know, and I have actually started it because I did start it back in December, though I don't know how much I remembered, and I didn't read very much. I'm 5% into it, and so I'm definitely not very long into it. But I kind of want to read more tonight, so I am jumping into that, and hopefully I will enjoy it, and I'll let you know when I know more about the book, my thoughts about it. So yay for new Harlequin books to enjoy. So that's just what I wanted to mention, and I will see you in another clip soon. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello friends. It's now actually quite a bit later. I'm not sure when I did the first update, but today it's the 18th, and I wanted to update you on my first book. I'm still working on it, but I think I'm about 42% into Claim by the Highland Warrior, so I'm about halfway through. The thing is, I've had to try and finish up another book at the same time as I was reading this, and for some reason I just haven't been really good at picking up my books, and that's been like the thing since mid-November. I don't know what happened since then. However, I actually like it quite a bit. It's not my favorite thing I've read in the Harlequin books. It's not my favorite historical romance at all, but I still enjoy it. I like the characters we're following. We're following this girl who once married this man, who then disappeared, believed to be dead. And then she remarried, and now that husband has also passed on. This is many years later, and it turns out that the man she married the first time around was actually abducted and taken in as a slave and as a captive, and has escaped this captivity now. But his younger brother is still in captivity. And so they find his way back to her where she's living, and then she leaves that place to go to his family. And that's more or less where we're at this point. They have reconnected with his family, and she's found out that there's no ladies there except the leader's wife is there. Otherwise, all of the ladies are gone, and she's wondering why. And now, at this point, her husband and some other people have gone to find the brother, and in order to bring him back home. And that's where we're at now. And so we're following the different perspectives. So I expect now we're going to figure out what happens with them trying to find the younger brother back and get him back. And then we are following the woman as he's trying to figure out what happens at the camp and why the women have left, and trying to get them back, and figure out what all of these attacks what they were talking about is, because everyone seems to be acting strangely. I am obviously also looking forward to seeing how the romance is developing. Our main male character, our hero of the story, has had issues with some mental, psychological things since he's been in captivity. So there's a couple of things that he finds difficult to do, and at the same time she also has something she deals with and find it difficult with him. And then he's trying to figure out how to accept that she remarried another man while he was in captivity, although she didn't know. She thought he was dead. Everyone thought he was dead. So yeah, but I'm liking it enough, and we'll let you know more when I read on in the book or finish it. I'm hoping to get a good chunk into it today. I'm hoping to finish the other book first, and then I get to read this, and I can focus on this over the next week, and hopefully start the next Harlequin next weekend. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see. Next week again is pretty busy, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, this is my update for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, it is actually a long time later. It's the 27th of January now, but I wanted to mention that I finished the book, and I'm also like 35% into the next one. So I finished Claimed by the Highland Warrior. I think I ended up giving it 3 out of 5 stars. There are elements of it that I definitely enjoyed, I think, but there were so many things I wasn't caring about. I didn't feel the romantic elements between the two main characters. I felt like it was very, I don't know, I just didn't feel it, and there was some pretty yeah, what do you call it, a caveman like tendencies in there, which I know it's set really far back, but it still like annoys me a little bit when I read it. So I don't know, but I did like it. I didn't hate it. It just, apparently this was not my thing completely. But I am currently reading The Flapper's Fake Fiance by Laura Robinson, and I'm really enjoying that. So I'm definitely enjoying that a lot more, and I'm hoping that I can finish it up relatively soon. I'm 32% into it, and I'm about to start chapter 6, and I'm really enjoying the characters. And this one we're following, it's set in the 20s, as I said, I think the roaring 20s, and we're following this girl. She is actually, obviously it's dual perspectives, but the girl we're following in this one is has a father who's very rich. He is very important and works a lot and gives a lot of money. He has a mom that's working from home, and he is very strict with rules and considering in terms of what a woman should do at home, and kind of like that. So they have a lot of chores, but they're not allowed to go out at all, enjoy the life. They are, especially since there was something happening, and they are afraid of sometime being sent to a convent or something. One of the sisters has been chosen to marry someone that none of them really likes, so she's afraid of being the next one that her father chooses a suitable husband in his eyes for her. But she's trying to escape into this secret bar, dance place, where she goes to have fun and dance and be out all night. Not drinking, because I don't drink any alcohol. They don't really like that part of it. So it's just for dancing, for meeting people and being out enjoying life essentially. And then we're following the male lead we're following is a journalist type, reporter type thing, and he is also, no, before I go to that, the girl we are following also wants to become a reporter, so she's very much interested in figuring things out because she's heard that's like an escaped convict and stuff. So she wants to become a reporter and figure out what happens, but she also has a different purpose with that because she wants to figure out if she can in some way get a way out of the life that she's currently in. As I said, she doesn't want to end up marrying someone she doesn't like, or being forced to marry someone she don't want to be with. The hero's perspective, we're following Lane. He is a reporter. He has previously in his life lost his wife and daughter to the escaped convict. The escaped convict set fire to this train, and on this train it cost the life of his wife and his daughter. So he has some vengeance type thing going on. He wants to figure out what happened. He wants to make sure that he is sent back into jail. Anyway, so that happens, but then they meet up at this bar and start talking and figure out that they have quite a lot in common and can't really seem to stop talking to each other, and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, and I think I'm gonna enjoy the sequels to this one as well because the sisters seem really interesting as well, and I think we're gonna follow them and their stories. Yeah, so that is what I've been working on, and I'm hoping to check in with you later with an update. Hi. Little darling. Lane. Doot 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 doot. She's ready to jump. Oops! There she went. Anyway, this is my update. I will try and read something before bed, and yeah, I'm hoping I can finish this. I mean, it's the 27th today, so I only have 4 days left to read this, and the other one if I want to finish everything by January 31st. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you know, I'll see you tomorrow, or so next time I check in. Bye. Hello friends, it is the 1st of February. Excuse my lip. It is a scratchy I got from my cat. She landed on me the other day when she was falling down from the headboard in my bedroom. It has like a couple of centimeters, no, I don't know, it is probably 10 centimeters wide or something. So usually she often is up there, but usually she knows what she's doing, and she just mistimed something in a jump down or something, or she slipped and fell on top of my face, so I have this scratch here. It was on Sunday and now it's the 1st, so it's Tuesday, so it's quite obvious. But I wanted to check in because I have actually finished the second book. Anyway, so I finished The Flapper's Fiance on, I feel like Saturday or Sunday probably. I was reading quite a bit Sunday. So Sunday, and I really enjoyed it. I think I mentioned that in my vlog last time, that I was enjoying what I was reading, and I just kept going back to it. So definitely I understand why Sarah keeps recommending this one, because it's definitely a really good one. It's a dual perspective, dual narrative, and we're following it. The woman we are following is the oldest daughter, I believe, of this wealthy man family, and he wants to marry his daughters off to another wealthy man. He doesn't want anyone that doesn't have any money, because he's afraid that they would come and take from his pockets, if you will. And at the same time, he's also raised the girls very strictly, so they have been sort of hidden away and forced to stay indoors and not interacting with anyone else except, and they are only allowed to go out when they're going to church, kind of thing. Otherwise they're at home doing chores and everything and being with their mother, kind of thing. But when there's sort of a deadline on some of the other girls, when they find some suitable husband for them, they all become aware that there's a time limit on their having fun. They have found out how to sneak out from their house and going into this hidden club. But they are they are sneaking out every night to dance at this hidden place that's only a place for people who wants to find it, kind of thing. It's a secret. And also she wants to become a reporter. That's her biggest wish. So she's in search of some people knowing something about an escaped convict, because she wants to cover that story, kind of thing, and try doing the reporter thing. And entering Lane, who is the owner of this newspaper in the city, who is known for writing articles that are truthful and doesn't have any untruths in there. He's writing what is the truth and don't want anything else. And so when she finds out who he is, she will immediately go talk to him to figure out if he knows more about the case that she wants to be knowing more of. And then it turns into this romance between the two of them. And Lane has actually his own agenda with this case, because his wife and daughter passed away earlier when the escaped convict had done a robbery on the train, and it exploded, and his wife and daughter was in that train and passed away. And so he has a lot of vengeance sort of towards him, and want him behind bars and don't want him to escape this. And so this is the beginning of the story and how it all turned. And then the meat and the romance starts flowing and kind of thing like that. It was so much fun. So I ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, I think. I don't think it's a full 5 stars, but it's really close. So I'm giving it a 4.5 stars. I'm really happy with my reading from that. Also wanted to let you know that I've just started on The Truth About Lady Felkirk. I've only read the first chapter today, but I've definitely started it, and so far I'm really liking that one as well. It seems like we're following a main character who has amnesia. It's a male character. It's his perspective that we've been following. He wakes up feeling groggy and in pain and feeling like he has the biggest hangover ever, and only to find out he has missed the last 6 months of his life. He doesn't remember anything from what that happened, but in that time he's actually married a girl, and he doesn't understand what happened there, because he was not looking for a marriage or anything. He was actually trying to escape it last time he remembered. So it's very interesting going to figure out what is happening here, but so far I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the mystery of it, like figuring out what happened with him, and if he can believe her, and how it will progress. And so far the heroine, our female lead, has definitely taken some hits from him, and I'm looking forward to seeing things from her perspective now. So that was my update for now. I'll let you know more about the book later, and I hope that I will finish it relatively soon so I can upload this video. But we'll take one step at a time. I have a cat who is sneaking out from underneath the cover, so I'll just show you. This is my update for now. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, I just wanted to let you know that I'm pretty close to finishing off the third and final book for this times category romances, and I am 81% into it, so I suspect I'll finish it today. So I wanted to check in and let you know what I'm thinking about this at this point. This one definitely, after reading the first chapter, which was from the male perspective, where we didn't know what was happening, we found that the lady definitely knew what had happened, and it wasn't what it was made out to be, because she claims that he's her husband, but in actuality he was struck down by her guardian, and she convinced the guardian not to kill him, and that she would bring him to his family, and she'll get some diamonds that was her father's, who passed away and was murdered actually. But then, so she definitely has her own agenda, and yeah, So things have definitely been interesting in their relationship kind of thing, and also I have enjoyed figuring out if but then you also saw how she changed her opinion about the man as she got to know him. So she but obviously we're going to end up with a big fight because I have a cat that stares at me. Whenever she was going to find out about he was going to find out about it, it was going to have a dramatic sort of conflict for sure. So that has happened at this point. Yeah, I have a couple of chapters left, and we'll see how it all ends up. Yeah, so I will just get to reading and hopefully finish it now. Hopefully my cat won't attack me as I do that, but we never know. So hello friends, I have the reddest nose today. Anyway, as I'm currently cooking, but I wanted to check in yesterday because I actually did finish it, but my battery was went out of my on my camera, so I had to recharge that before I could actually do the final update. So I wanted to do the final update now. I finished The Truth About Ladybill Cook yesterday, and it was definitely a good enough book. I ended up giving it, I think, a 4 out of 5 stars. So definitely entertaining, and I enjoyed myself when I was reading it. I didn't know this was what it was going to be about when I started reading it, but I was actually happy to read it, and it wasn't super predictable, even though there were some places that was a little bit predictable. But I enjoyed myself, and I definitely thought it was fun. So the historical romance, the Harlequin Historical, is as I expected. It could be anything. It could be something that's for you, because there's so many different time periods, and it depends on what kind of historical romances you're into, I guess. The first one didn't work super well with me, which was the Highland Warrior. What was it? It was a long title. By Willingham, and I was really looking forward to that one, but it disappointed me a little bit in terms of how much I felt for the characters and the romantic element. I didn't really care for that one, but the writing itself was good enough, so I guess I can definitely see why people will enjoy it. So I think if you do enjoy the romantic elements in that story, then you'll definitely enjoy the book as a whole. Then I read The Flapper's Fake Fiance, which was amazing. I think one of my favorite Harlequins that I've read so far. It's definitely online, I think, with what was the heartwarming book that I read? It was the Chicago Sisters, the first book in that series. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah, so that was a great one, and I definitely need to find more books that are set in that time period. I don't know if it necessarily has to be Harlequin Historical, just in general, because I think I like that time period. I do enjoy Regency era books. I mean, I've read all of Julia Quinn's book, or the Bridgerton books, and I really enjoyed those, so it was definitely more closer to that type of book, but not as humorous as the Bridgerton books. It was more serious, like the Ladybill Cook book, whereas like the Flapper's Fake Fiance was definitely very humorous, and I really enjoyed that part of it. So overall, historical went well, and I can definitely see myself delve into some of them if a storyline intrigues me enough. So I won't go after specific authors, but more of a storyline. Or definitely I'll check out more by Jane Robertson, was that her name? Lauri Robertson, so I can read more of hers, because they were definitely fun, and I think I'm gonna read that whole series she has of that, because that was great. So that was the end of this, the historicals. Now I'm going to dig into the intrigue line, and I'm really looking forward to that one. I'm sorry the vlog here, it wasn't the best. It was a little bit a jump, like it took so much time for me, and I don't think I have vlogged very much in that time, but I definitely read 3 books, so yay. Next time I'm doing a vlog, it's going to be more of a combination of the different books that I'm reading. So it's not only going to be the Harlequins, it's going to be everything I'm reading, and then instead I'll just do an update once I've read them on my channel, like a wrap-up kind of thing, where I'm talking about the books, what if the books met my expectations and stuff, and otherwise you can just see my my vlogging in general. Yeah, because I don't like how I find it difficult to keep the quality of the vlogging content up when I have to spend so much time between each update, and I almost forget to update. So I'd rather have a more consistent update over a week or 2 weeks periods time, and talk about everything I'm reading. So that's going to be my next thing. I don't know if I'm going to go straight into that type of vlogging now, or if I'm waiting until we start on Shiftathon, but I'm definitely going to do a proper Shiftathon vlog just for that week, because I think that's appropriate. I haven't done a readathon like that in a long time, so I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, this was everything I have for you this time around. I hope you stuck to the end. If you did, thank you, and if you didn't, then you didn't see this. Otherwise, anyway, I hope that I inspired you to pick up some Harlequins as well, because I've actually really been enjoying them overall. So yeah, anyway, this is everything I have for you today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.